first and last name, sir, and your title, please?
Lieutenant Steve Doris, last name spelling D-O-R-R-I-S.
S-T-E-V-E?
Yes, sir.
And your title, sir?
Lieutenant, I'm Patrol Watch Commander.
Baytown Police?
Yes, sir.
Can you just give us a rundown of what you can tell us about what's going on here?
Sure. About 6:30 this evening, our officers responded to a report of a shooting in the 2000 block of Tri-City Beach Road. As our officers are responding to that call, we received a call of a second shooting as well. As our officers arrived on the first scene, our suspect from that shooting was coming back towards them on Tri-City Beach Road, which caused our officers to engage the suspect. Our officers discharged their weapons at the suspect, at least striking at least one time, and the suspect was ultimately pronounced deceased on the scene. What we've learned at this point of our investigation is the suspect was engaged in some kind of a dispute with somebody on the side of the road. That was our original shooting. In that shooting, a male was shot and deceased. A female was also shot. As that shooting is taking place, a passerby sees that car on the side of the road and slows to look and see what's happening. The suspect shoots at that female as well, striking her at least once. Those two females, from what we understand, have non-life-threatening injuries. As the suspect fled that initial shooting, he goes down Tri-City Beach Road to one of our small bayside communities, where he engages another male that's sitting in his vehicle, gets into a confrontation with that male, winds up shooting that male as well. That male was flown to the Houston Area Hospital in critical condition.
Did he know that male?
We do not know that right now at this point in our investigation. Obviously, it's very early on. Still, some of those details we're still trying to work out.
When you say you got a call, en route to the first shooting about a second shooting,
yes,
were any of those other shootings you just mentioned that second shooting?
So, as our officers are responding to that very first shooting, we get another 911 call of the second shooting, which was at the Bayland Harbor location.
Okay. Is there any information that you guys have right now about who this suspect, who this guy is?
No, ma'am, not at this point. We don't. Obviously, those are things that are going to come out as our investigation unfolds. As you can imagine, it's very complex and kind of a spread out scene. We actually have multiple scenes that we have to process. So all of those things will be coming out as our investigation unfolds.
And Lieutenant, the initial scene, are you guys thinking that was like a road rage incident?
Again, we're just not sure at this point. Until we're able to talk to all of our witnesses and gather all of our evidence, we just won't know that. It's going to take some time for us to get to that point.
And roughly how many victims are involved?
We have a total of 4 victims, 2 females and 2 males.
And you said that how many are deceased that we know of?
Right now we know of is just 1 deceased victim and then our suspect.
Why is it spread out so far?
Well, again, the initial scene took place in the 2000 block here on Tri-City Beach Road. After that initial shooting, that suspect then goes up the street to the Bayland Harbor location, where he is involved in that second shooting. So that distance is just the geographical makeup of it. It makes it such a big scene.
And the main reason people aren't being allowed in their houses?
Well, the main reason for that is because everything past Evergreen Road here on Tri-City Beach is part of our crime scene at this point. And so obviously we can't have people, and unfortunately there's only one way in down there and one way out, and this is it.
And sir, just for informational purposes, the people are asking, is there an estimated time when they may be able to get back into their community back there, or is it just kind of up in the air?
Right now, unfortunately, it's up in the air. As you can imagine, these scenes take a while to process, and that's compounded by the fact that we have multiple scenes that we have to process. Obviously, when it's an officer-involved shooting as well, that makes it even a more complex process. So we have a lot of things to do out here, so I wish I could tell you or tell them that it's going to be, an hour or 2 hours, but I just don't know. But it will be a while.
Thank you, sir.